it's just like, yeah, I told my wife this morning, I think, why do we always get in? Why do we always try to get between someone else and God?
Yeah.
Why can't we just leave that alone
Yeah.
unless we invite it?
Right. And even then, you shouldn't accept the invitation.
Right, right. Uh, it's all these mind games that we play with ourselves,
Yeah.
and then we have labeled them all, and of course, are trying to make money on all of them.
Of course. That's the idea.
What I I've never understood it because I've never really been a people person.
Right. Right. See that when you are what we call, not we, but the world calls introverts, right?
Right,
Antisocial,
right,
right? Like people are the last thing you want to
right.
be involved with on a regular basis.
Yeah, you're not running around looking for folks to be involved with.
No, you want isolation. You don't leave me alone.
Oh
And you
man,
you occupy your mind with other things.
right. And folks will label you, and
Yeah, they will.
and and if you ignore them, I don't,
Then you're rude.
yeah,
Then
yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like you get all
And
these
then I
names.
can't, and then I can't say what I really think.
No, you better not, because you know you're mean and all of this jazz.
Uh, last I checked, I don't exist for you.
Last time I checked, you didn't create me. The last time, right? That part.
We didn't enter the scene together.
No, we did not. I came by myself. Came by myself. It was just me.
And I guess that makes me understand my twins a little better. They came together.
They did, but though they were together, they were still uniquely individuals.
Individual, yeah, yeah.
You know, they didn't come with each other in mind.
No,
Like, oh man, my brother came out right after me.
right.
We've been occupying the same space for all this time. No, they thought they were the one that came out first, thought he was the apple of
Right,
the eye of the individual he came out of.
right,
And so did the other one, even though he came out second. Like, wait a minute, I don't
right.
care that you passed through first, chump. Like, I'm the apple of the eye.
But all those kinds of things, Corey, is to me that just indicates there's a relationship you don't have that you ought to have.
Hello.
Uh, I don't know.
But that's why we're not therapists, brother. That's why we're not. And that's why people that are depressed don't come to us.
And they come to people that they think by their definitions should be able to help.
Yeah, because clearly it ain't. Clearly it's not helping them.
And they don't see that.
Well, he mentioned it. He said it didn't help. And that's where I was like, well, man, maybe you should go talk to somebody like me and you, brother.
Right.
Maybe it'll make more sense. Maybe
Maybe,
he should,
maybe,
yeah,
yeah,
maybe he should
maybe
tune in to this Bible study.
yeah, maybe you need to talk to somebody that ain't as self-centered as you are.
Right. So we can talk about it. Talk about what depression actually is. Because sound like scientists don't know. Because they the one who defined it.
Yeah, they don't, and they don't care to know because
They just
they
want to
they,
give you
they
some
steadily
medicine.
making money off of whatever the remedies they come up with.
Yeah, they just want to give you some medicine. They want to medicate you or drug you, right? To numb you to whatever it is your mind trying to tell you is wrong.
And I always had that because just like right now, I'm tearing at the bit, uh, trying to figure out how I'm gonna approach my doctor about all the medications I'm on.
Right.
And whatever it is I'm sick from ain't going away.
Exactly. So why we gotta take all this stuff
Why,
to
why,
aid
why
and
we
abet?
continue this exercise?
Right. We're aiding and abetting this illness that I have with
Right.
these pills.
We
All it's
trying
doing
to
is aiding and
we
abetting.
trying to avoid something,
Right.
and it never really manifests itself.
Right. I just continue on being the same with
Right.
or without the medication. So why am I taking this medication?
Why are we doing this? And how do we check the compatibilities
Right.
and the ill effects and what should go together and what shouldn't go
Right.
together? Who's managing that?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's just an endless thing. I got, I mean, I'm taking enough. I'm taking enough stuff to have to separate them in a pill box, et cetera, et cetera.
Exactly.
Uh, and I'm saying to myself, ain't none of this stopping. Ain't none of it affecting my arthritis pain.
Hello.
The painkiller make me hallucinate.
Right. So why would I want to take this?
So I don't take it. And I,
Exactly. So why would I want to take this mess that adds another problem to my life that I don't want? Like, I didn't see ghosts before. Now I definitely don't want to see
now
them.
I'm seeing stuff.
I don't want to see ghosts. I can't even touch them, but I'm seeing them.
Right.
My wife trying to
But
figure out
you
what I'm doing. I'm like, baby, you don't see that right there? No, I do not. No, I
Lord,
do
it
not.
blows my mind, child.
Hey, I'm just trying to see if it's right there. I'm touching it. It ain't, but
I,
I don't feel
you
nothing.
know, I remember telling one doctor, I said, well, the acetaminophen don't make me feel that way.
Right,
I don't have to watch where I'm going.
right. Thinking I'm about to bump into
Look
somebody.
around the corner.
About to bump into somebody. Wait a minute
Right.
now. You good, sir? I don't know if I invited you in here, but what we doing? What we doing?
Yeah,
My
yeah,
wife let
yeah,
you in?
yeah. Yeah, we and there's no, you as a as a scientist, you sort of you start and you work to an objective,
Yeah, yeah.
and there's an end point, right?
It's all
Uh,
hey, gradually, whether I get there today or tomorrow, but
right,
it's an end
but
point that I'm trying to get to.
there's an end point in mind, and then we doing all this stuff now that there's no end point.
Right.
I know I'm going to die eventually. I
Yeah, right.
understand. I grasp that.
Got that. Got that check. Seen enough death to know that.
Right. But I I'm gonna I'm gonna start telling them. let's stress the next appointment a little further out
Right.
and watch what happens.
Yeah. 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 Let's stop. Let's infrequent
Yeah.
this. Yeah, let's infrequent.
Let's not let this be governed by how often my insurance company will pay.
Exactly. Yeah, let's not let's reduce
Like
this habit.
like they're all knowing.
Yeah, let's reduce
No,
this habit.
no, no many, no more than this many in a year's time.
Yeah, yeah. It's like I'm seeing
What
you
do they
more than I'm
call?
going to God, brother.
Right,
I don't even get a chance to talk to God about it because now I got another appointment with you.
right.
What we doing? Yeah. So I mean, yeah, brother.
Why am
Yeah.
I giving my money away?
Right. For no reason. Like I know people giving I know you got other patients that you actually might be helping, I hope.
I'm taking up somebody else's time.
Right. Like, right.
But no, this don't sound related, but it is
Hmm.
because we're occupying or trying to occupy time with stuff that doesn't seem to have no value.
It has none. I mean, but you're spot on. Like we are investing into something that's not of any value to us,
Right.
nor is it getting us to the root of the matter.
Of the matter. We're not getting closer to any kind of understanding.
Yeah, we're not decompressed. Like we're depressed. The goal is to be decompressed, and I'm constantly depressed. And yet, as they say, they don't know why they are there. I've never heard
Why did that happen in a religious context?
in a religious context. That's a great question because from a religiously minded person, right? Not saying that that's what we're doing, but I'm saying from a clergyman up in a pulpit expressing this, his thought process is, well, God's still taking care of me. Oddly enough, why doesn't it sound like it? Like there's nothing you can say to me to convince me that you are compressed, that you're calling depression, um, right? And yet God is taking care of you, and you don't know why your mind is so compressed. You don't know why you're so squeezed in to the point where you don't want to be here, where you feel like woe is you. And you say this, I have a great family. Okay.
Based on what? What do you think?
But you see what I mean? But this is the meaning of it though. You're saying that it's not your family. And if it's not your family, then who
What
who
is it?
who are you looking at that's causing you to feel like you don't want to
You
be
ain't
here? And let's start there. Who are you looking at, sir, that's causing you to feel like you're inadequate? And that's where the rubber meets the road because nobody's gonna want to admit that they're looking at someone. And it's like, well, I'm not looking at anyone. Oh, okay.
let's really screw it up.
Then why are you constantly looking at yourself then
Right.
with no one to compare it to? Just think
Right.
about it.
Why are your eyes on you?
Why are you so focused on you to where you feel inadequate? So you looking at somebody, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you gotta have a reflection in order for you to say what you see
See,
is it
and that's where
is it
and that's
adding
where we
up?
that's where I come up with the conclusion that we keep getting in one another's way.
Uh, just what you say earlier as soon as we got in this.
Why don't we
Why
just
get taught?
why don't I have a why can't I maintain my clear view of God without your influence or your, because it's going to be obvious if we spend any time together that my view of him and your view of him going to be similar in places, but they going and other times it's going to be different.
Right.
I mean, we can look at ourselves as a audience or whatever, and as subjects, and say, "Wow, look at all the differences."
Right.
We can discern that, but
Hmm.
we can't. But for some reason or other, we don't want to allow that.
Right.
I'm still, I'm still trying. I'm still dealing with. In that day, they gonna know me.
Right.
I'm still dealing with that.
Yeah.
In that day, they gonna know me. Then what are all these people busy with?
Right.
Don't nobody believe that?
Right.
Do we
Somebody,
act like we?
somebody believes it.
Yeah, somebody, some people believe it. But what I'm getting at is that why don't we leave one another in His hands?
Yeah.
Commit one another to His care.
Yeah.
And then when you get into an instance like this, uh, then you can quietly ask yourself and hope you get a chance to ask Him, why?
Yeah.
How come?
It's, and that's exactly the remedy, right? That is the remedy. Like, why isn't God enough?
Yeah, yeah. That's the question.
Because
Why isn't He adequate?
in it, because I'm just gonna, it's it really boils down to you making a conscious decision. Like, I go to these spoken word things, right? Like I went to one last night and I was hoping to do this poem called What is Black. I didn't get to because I didn't want to stay that long. Just too many people in front of me. And I was like, I'm gonna have to be here for 2 hours just to speak this poem. I'd rather not, because I was already tired. But when you go, they tell you to tell people to follow you and where they can find you, this, that, and the third. I'm like, well, I'm not coming here to get followers. I'm just coming up here to share with somebody, one person, some truth that has passed through me. And my brother G was like, bro, that's like a pulpit. And I said, man, I never even looked at it like that. And it is, where I can just go freely, brother,
And
and
you just got it.
speak.
You just show
They
it.
don't know me, I don't know them, and I can go and share the truth in love and walk up out of there. But time and
But
time
we have
again,
a society that fights that tooth and nail.
well, yeah, but we also have this thing where we want to go there and we want the attention. We want followers. We want to share the accolades. And I hear people talking about their accolades, and the first thing that comes to my mind is this. Are you trying to boast on yourself to make you feel greater than where you actually are? Or are you trying to motivate people to see that this is bigger than what it actually is. Is it the platform you're boasting on, or is it you? Because in either case, you're trying to get people to compare this with something else, right? The whole reason of the boast, your accolades and how you got there, because you're saying you're so great, or you're saying this platform is so great. And neither one of them are to be belittled. The question is why does it matter? Because it didn't start this way. See, there's always a humble beginning, right? And then if you go back to the very beginning of the thing, it didn't start with saying, "Oh, we're so great." No, it was it was a open mic. That's what open mic is. Open mic is anybody that has a voice can come up and speak. You don't have to be a millionaire. You could be a zero in
Right.
there or whatever in there.
Now, how did you find out about this?
Social media.
Social media. Okay.
Yeah, years ago. They were like on 12-year running. And I found out about them through social media like 8 or 9 years ago. Point is, there's nothing to compare it to because that's open mic. Open mic doesn't, it's open mic. You ain't got to be good at it. You just go up there and just speak it. Either people are like you or they don't. And nobody cares because they don't know you. You don't know them. It's open mic. That's why they call it that.
Yeah.
But why all of the boasting of the accolades? Why? Why? You know what I mean? In my mind, I'm like, guys, whether you like it or not, we're all on the same level. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here.
Yep. I told my kids that when they used to have problems with neighborhood children,
Yeah.
I just told my boys, you watch, you watch their parents hit the street the same time I hit the street to go make the money I make and come afford this place.
Hey,
And what they got, I mean, it's obvious by the way we act that if I could afford better, I'd be somewhere else better.
hey. Hello.
And the fact that yeah, see, people want to be seen.
That's what I'm getting at. That's the
And
comparative thing.
that follows wherever we go. I don't care how open the mic is.
Hey,
If you've been contaminated with that, then it's contaminated,
it's
and
us.
you
It's
and you're gonna lose your and you're gonna lose your motivation is gonna be what it is.
yeah, yeah. But you literally have people there. Like last night, some of the things that I heard, people are really just going up there to share.
Yeah,
They're just going up there to share, brother.
right.
They
Just
have
doing something.
something to share. You have an open mic. But then you have them people that feel like they are something that you should deem somewhere. It's a conflicting effort. Is this open mic or are we at a
I mean, I'm
comedy show?
recruiting.
But you know what I mean? Or is this open
Right.
mic or we at some theatrical show?
Then we can applaud this one.
Right. Now I'm having to look up at this person. And I'm like, nah, man, that's not the, don't feel the vibe.
I thought I thought open mic was a freedom idea,
Right. Exactly.
not obligation, freedom.
Exactly. But you're turning it into something else.
Right. And see, that's all the garbage we bring with us.
And that is, but it's the same mindset that we fall victim to of comparing ourselves with
With
ourselves,
that's not wise.
comparing ourselves with ourselves, trying to commend themselves, just as Paul talked about.
Right. And that's not wise.
We're all on the same level.
Right.
Otherwise, we wouldn't be here.
Well, but see, people don't. But see, Corey, people don't grasp that.
Right.
They don't grasp that.
Exactly.
I mean, it's just like when you look at the written word. Um, that word is just as powerful, just as effective, just as relevant with one person
Mhm.
as it is with a thousand.
Yeah.
The Lord said it'll set you free.
Right.
And I guess the question is free from what?
Well, he told you what he would set you free from.
And so if that's the premise, what are we looking for?
That's the
Why is
question.
that not adequate?
That's the question.
See, why is that not adequate?
Because that's not the freedom we were looking for.
And I guess we don't realize how free we are.
Well, we don't. Because we don't know what we're free from.
Right.
Right? Like not grasping the total of the coming and the
Yeah,
departure.
yeah,
Like, what are
yeah.
you free from? When he says you will be free from sin. But see, this is, I heard this the other day that you brought that up. When he said you will be free from sin, being free from sin doesn't mean you're free to sin.
Right.
That means, it means what it means, you're
You're free.
free from doing it.
You're independent of it.
Now you don't have to do it. Now you have a way to circumvent it. You have power to make the other choice. Then you did not. See,
Yep.
see how simple that is? Just went over everybody's head.
Mhm.
Nobody realized they did not have power. They all thought they had the power to not
They
do
all
it.
put their head about.
They thought they had the power to not do it. And then he's like, Yeshua, if you had the power to not do it, then I wouldn't be here, sir. I would not be here.
And we still don't get it.
Exactly. We still don't get it because we still think we're doing something under our own power. And that's why he told the Pharisees, since you don't, or since you're not sick, you don't need a physician. You can't sit here and be healed for something. It goes back to what started this discussion. People saying they are depressed and they don't understand why. They
Yeah.
can't say what the root is. What do you mean you don't know what the root is? Are you not looking at your own self? Have you not been doing that?
Yeah, are you not observing, seeing,
Or are you so
being
fixated
soothed?
on something else that yourself isn't where you think yourself should be?
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, I can't. And then it's like, oh, no, no, it ain't that simple. It's not that simple. It's not. And that's why God ain't allowed me to talk to the people. But it's not that simple. It can't be that simple. Because these people say they be in these fogs and they can't get out of it. Well, that sounds like a spirit.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Sound like a spirit is on you,
And
sir.
and they and it seems like they have control of it. Seems like.
Well, the
But
way
they
they make it,
making they making some bad choices.
right? Because the way they make it sound like the spirit got control of them.
Right.
There is no way I am going to be a believer where this thing is going to have control over me. No, sir. Because if I know how to do one thing, I know how to say, God, get this thing off me, whatever it is,
You're right.
get it up off me because I don't want this. Like and it really boils down to that asking, just as I was diagnosing myself, the reason why I see it to the level that I do, and I can ask God, God, why? Where did it start? Me repeating myself, not liking it. Where did it start? And God will reveal even that to me,
Hmm.
where it started, when it started, how it started.
Right.
He'll reveal even that. The question is, do you want to know?
Right.
And when he shows it to you, $1 million remedy, are you going to accept it?
Are you going to accept it? Yeah. Are you going to receive it?
Are you going to receive the flaw that you keep trying to overlook? The insecurity about yourself. Nah, nah, nah. I'm not insecure about that. No, I admit it. I am insecure when it comes to that. Very much so. Those are my weaknesses. And God has to be my strength to keep me from falling victim to it. And we all have them.
Right.
That's the part. That's the part. See, the depression comes when I don't want to acknowledge that this is actually a weakness of mine. Saying I have
Right.
depression, that's not you acknowledging it. Saying what is causing you, where you're so prideful
Hmm.
to say you're weak, and that's where the depression starts. Saying you have an issue with somebody calling you this name when you were 6 years old and you never
Hmm.
recovered from it, that's where the issue starts. When they laughed at you and you were embarrassed
Hmm.
and you felt inadequate in that moment
You never release those
and you
feelings.
never released it, sir. Yeah, you talk about it, but you never correlate
You
that
hanging on to it
to even today.
because that makes you who you are.
It has shaped you. Now you overcompensate to say you're not that little boy anymore. You overcompensate. And that's what I do. I overcompensate. My uncle picking on me. I'm overcompensating. You're not going to suppress me, sir. You're going to get up off me. You're going to stop this. You're going to stop. Then God has to step in and say, no, you have to stop. Let that go. Yes, Lord.
It's
So now,
always through an actual obedience, isn't it?
absolutely,
It's
I
always
have to
through active
stop.
yielding.
I have to stop. I have to stop looking at it in the light that I'm looking at it. I have to change my lens.
Right.
People are going to be themselves, just as my uncle was. People are going to be themselves. They are constantly going to try to get a response out of you because that's what people do. And you
We
don't have
need
to
that.
give it to
We
them.
need we need that.
Right.
We so-called need that.
Yeah, yeah,
We got to assert ourselves.
yeah, yeah.
Yes. How humble can we be?
Right. Again, back to the bloating of myself, boasting of myself, propping myself up. And I'm
How did
like,
Paul put it over in Corinthians, bringing every thought into captivity?
activity. 2 Corinthians 13, is that
Yeah,
13?
yeah. Is that
Making
13?
making it obey Christ.
That's 13,
Well, I just
as
said
opposed
13.
to First Corinthians 13.
Second, yeah,
Wow.
2 Corinthians 13:5. Examine yourself, see whether you are in the faith, test yourself. Do you not realize that Christ Jesus, I think this is it. Is that
Hang
there?
on. No, I think it's before that. I think it's before 13, but we'll look.
Yeah, maybe it's 10 where I
It's 10.
was.
It's 10,
Yeah,
I think.
yeah, and that's what I was looking at. You are
I
judging
think
by
it's 10, but when
appearances.
you, yeah,
If you are confident that they belong to Christ, they should consider again that we belong to Christ as much as they do. So if we boast somewhat freely about the authority of the Lord God,
yeah,
Lord gave
we
us.
do not dare to classify or compare ourselves with some who commend themselves.
Hmm.
They measure themselves by themselves and compare themselves with themselves.
Hmm.
They're not wise.
Right. We,
We,
however, will
however,
not,
will not boast beyond limits, but
but we'll confine our boasting to the sphere of service God Himself has assigned to us, a sphere that also includes
you
you.
know, it's just like when he makes that statement in verse 5, we demolish arguments and every pretension that sets itself up against the knowledge of God.
There it is.
Take captive every thought.
Exactly.
But and that also is saying we yield ourselves to that same authority.
Exactly. We demolish the arguments. I love
Right.
that. We take the captive every thought, make it
Every thought.
obedient to Christ.
Every thought. Our
Everyone.
most personal thoughts.
Right.
Yeah. And it
That
must obey.
and that is the battle. See, that's a battle that we're struck with. That's not depression.
Right.
Question is, do
Yeah,
you not want to battle
that's an
those things?
awareness.
Yeah.
That's an awareness.
I have to stay alert
Right. I have to watch.
so that I won't be consumed with this foolishness. Understand when my body is yearning for that. No,
Right.
I got to bring that into captivity.
And because of that, if I'm a fisherman,
Hmm.
which captures,
Hmm.
right? Wow, that redefines fisherman for me.
Yeah.
Uh, Bringing stuff into captivity.
I, for one, should be aware of bait.
I should be keenly aware of bait.
I'm being baited. It's dangling out there.
Yes,
Don't bite it. It's
yes.
bait. It's bait. It's bait. It's bait. Bring those thoughts into captivity. Demolish those arguments.
Right. And we were equipped with those kind of weapons.
Yeah.
So discerning baits, uh, see,
Yeah.
discerning baits
Hmm.
is key to staying out of those situations.
Yeah.
But we glory in them.
Yeah.
We wear it like it's a badge.
Yeah.
Because I get to talk about me, mine,
Right. Right.
I'm center stage
Yeah.
in my
Exactly.
own.
In my own mind. And that's where the problem lies.
Right.
See, it's the
We have to learn to
focus.
be.
It's
We
too,
have to
it's,
master.
yeah, it's too much me, my, and I.
Yeah. You got a master to consider.
Yeah. Like, why would you feel decompressed? Why would you feel decompressed if you're constantly in a state of comparing yourself to something that you haven't attained?
Why are you torturing yourself in that way?
Right. I was telling my son, my godson, the other day, um, I said, you know, because he wasn't doing so good on his training. And I told him, I said, there was a message that I did that God shared with me, and he said, it's a privilege for us to be here. There's never a point in time in life where it's not a privilege for us to be here. But see, we get, and we talked about this when it
We
came
get
to
full of
Job. We
ourselves.
got Job, and that was the whole message. Like, but we get to this place where we think we deserve to be here. Like we did
Ugly
something.
word. Ugly word.
Oh yeah, we did something to be here. We never stop to look back and see that, wait, if God hadn't have had his hedge of protection around us, we would never have been here.
Right.
See, those are the things we don't see. But as soon as he moves back some of the hedge of protection and starts to shine light on who we actually are, then we start to say, oh man, now we getting down on ourselves. Woe is me. I keep making these mistakes. You've always made mistakes. God just
You've
covered them.
always, yeah, you've been, but they've all been covered.
Was covering them. But see, if we don't have the mindset that God covers our mistakes, his love covers a multitude of our sins,
Mm.
see, then we miss all of his goodness because we keep looking at ourselves thinking, we're so great.
Yeah, all that.
We're so great.
And see, and that's what makes him inadequate
Right.
eventually.
Right. Right. But you know what? You know what's undefeated? Father Time.
Yep.
Because it doesn't matter how great you think you are, you always get to a place where your greatness ain't so great. And it doesn't matter how much sparks you try to flash the show of your old greatness. You start to realize that I ain't so great. And then when people go back, start looking at the tape, it's like, oh, actually, even at the peak of your career, you still had some blemishes, brother. See, we just wasn't talking about it because you were winning. But you had blemishes. You had blemishes. You actually weren't so perfect. You actually weren't so perfect.
And
That's
there was a
God's.
hedge. And there was a hedge.
It was a hedge.
There was provision.
There were provisions. There was God covering you. I shared this with my son. So I told him, I said, sometimes when the timing is right, there's nothing you can do about it. God has chosen you for this. And then we don't even grasp that.
And we don't grab hold of it.
God has chosen
Oh,
me for this time, whether it's good or evil.
right,
Just like he said he chose Nebuchadnezzar. He chose Nebuchadnezzar for that time to go
right.
and take the children of Israel
Yeah.
out of the
He
land
chose
of Canaan.
Pharaoh.
He chose Pharaoh for that. He chose God. You're thinking you did something so great.
Right.
No, he chose you for this. So it doesn't matter how many flaws you have. If
Yeah,
God has chosen
he's the
you for this,
orchestrator.
it's going to happen. And that just goes back to last week, not allowing the role to be greater than the purpose God has for you.
Yes. Right.
God chose this thing for you. So stop.
And that's not, and quit trying to become greater than your
Right.
God.
Then you're God, sir. The solution is there. It's a matter of the accepting.
The statement that God made, I will be their God.
And they,
They will be my people.
yeah,
Should never leave our consciousness.
never,
Never leave our
never. It's in that's the thing, right? Because if you don't get that small, minute thing, that it is God that's doing this.
right.
No matter what this is.
What it is, but you're not doing it. I mean,
I-
and Jesus tried to put it to us nicely.
He
Without me, you
did.
can
You
do
can do
nothing.
nothing. See, that's what I'm, if we keep, it's not Corey. Doesn't matter how well you think I wrote that or I
Right.
articulated that or how
Without
well I
me, you
solved
can do
that. It was
nothing.
not Corey. If that is not in you, it doesn't matter if you say it or not. If it's not in you, the God pulls back that hedge of protection and you start to make those mistakes,
Right.
what's in you is going to come out of you. And see what ends up coming out of you when he pulls back the hedge of protection
Is
is
you.
you thought you were so great. And now you're in a depressed state because you realize you were not. You were not so great. God is just pulling back the wool so you can see yourself. You've never been so great. There was never a time where you were so great, even in all of your splendor.
Right.
Lucifer, you were never so great.
Great.
For you thought the creation on you made you great. No, sir, I made you great.
Right.
It was me people saw. It wasn't you. They saw me. They saw my glory, that natural beauty that no one can create. And see, and that's what we don't accept that. That's what distinguishes us. I'm not shining, God is shining through me. And I can
Yes.
say that all I want, but if I'm not walking in it,
Amen.
I'm a sounding brass.
Mhm.
Bling, bling. Just making noise. Cause guess what?
Noise.
God gonna pull back that hedge of protection. He's gonna unveil you.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna unveil you. He gonna let you slip up and get upset with the wrong people, and people gonna get mad and say, "Oh man, that boy got a problem." Oh man.
Hmm.
And then I sit back and I tell them, "Oh, I've been having a problem, sir. Me, I've always been a problem.
Right.
It's when I'm not relying on the God that solves me. That's when there's a problem. See, you thought I was responding outside of God. No, sorry, that was me responding inside of God. If I were to respond outside of God, then you would have fired me, sir.
Right.
People have told on me, brother, and all they could ever say. This is the difference between somebody that is walking themselves and walking in God. You know what they said? It wasn't what he said, it was just how he said it.
I said,
What?
yeah.
So you knew that it was truth, but you didn't like the way the truth came out. So you really don't have nothing to say about me. That's opinionated.
Right.
That's an
Right.
opinion.
Right.
You can't take that to court. Ah, it was wow, the way he said he loved me was so threatening, Your Honor. Oh, he said he loves you. Yeah, we actually have witnesses. And then the witnesses come and say the same thing. Yeah, he did. He just said he loved him. It was just how he said it though. It's real creepy like. Yeah, yeah. It was creepy? Yeah, yeah. Why would somebody tell you they loved you in a creepy way? I don't know.
That's how I received it.
That's just how I received it. But are you but are you having a good day? Well, I did kind of wake up feeling a certain kind of way. So how are you blaming him for that?
Right.
But see, this is not me, right? This is God showing people that Corey is flawed, but
Right.
yet he's not walking outside of me.
Right.
See,
He's
he did
walking in obedience.
right. See, he's not getting beside himself because we got pictures of that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I can show you that.
What I'm doing is just showing you Corey, yet I'm still in there.
Right. He's in there
Still in there.
somewhere.
So you don't have to feel like Corey's so great now. You understand that the God in him
His
is
greatness,
is
yeah.
keeping him at bay
His
because
greatness is in him, in God.
because if myself wasn't keeping Corey at bay, guys, trust me, you would be calling the people for him. You would be calling the people for him. That's what that's what you learn as you learn a person. You're like, wait a minute. Wait, see, now it's these different phases you go through with the person. You like, I thought he was cool. Then he showed me himself. And it was like, wait, nah, see, oh, I had it confused.
Mhm.
That was me uplifting something that I didn't know about. I wasn't actually familiar with it. This person is human, just like me. He has emotions just like me.
Mhm.
What is he doing with those emotions? That's the
Right.
question. That's the question. What are
That's
you
the
doing
question.
with your emotions? Are you propping yourself up? Or do you know you're nothing? There's nothing to prop up. You got to hang on to God for dear life. Like brother Dudley used to tell me all the time, hang on in
Hang
there.
on in there.
Hang on in there. And I didn't know, brother. I didn't know till I got older, brother. I did not know. And I thank God for him.
Hang on in there.
Hang on in there. But sometimes you just have to hang because things are trying to snatch you up out of there.
Yep.
They trying to snatch you up out of there. And you just gotta, for dear life. Nope. Nope. I don't care how much you pull back the wool, Lord. I'm hanging.
I'm hanging.
I'm hanging, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hey, then God show
It's
you later.
getting mighty drafty in here.
Hey, then God show you later, like all that hanging you were doing, just had you in my hand, son.
Right.
Oh, I didn't know, Lord. I didn't know.
You still trying to get yourself
Still,
ready for
still,
doing something.
right. I didn't. I was trying to grab onto you, Lord. He said, I had you the whole time, son. It's okay. All right. Well, thank you for making sure you had me, Lord. Thank you. In all.
Yeah, see and that is something that that as you live, you finally begin to realize
Hmm.
that is in fact true.
Yeah.
You just as flawed and ragged as you ever were,
Yeah.
but the Lord got you, and you yielded to Him,
Yeah.
kicking and screaming.
Kicking and screaming.
See, these are the kinds of discussions
Mm.
that these are the kind of discussions that prove or show that they will know me. They know me.
Yeah.
And they have no confusion about me versus them.
Right.
None whatsoever.
Right.
He pulled back the hedge
Yeah. Yeah.
while he's holding.
Right.
Yeah, see that
Right.
knowledge, that
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 understanding, huh?
understanding that. Yeah. Yeah.
He grasping that.
Mm-hmm.
That he's the one that can do those kind of things. Look like he gone,
Oh. Oh. He
but that's it.
just pulled back the hedge.
Right, just pull back the hedge.
That's
But
it.
he got,
But he still got you. He still got you.
and then we glory in the fact of how faithful
Mm.
he is.
Yeah.
How faithful he is.
Yeah.
He won't deny himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. He gonna be himself.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Depression.
Depression, brother.
Yeah, depression.
Mm.
We'll make that excursion.
Yeah.
And it's all about us.
It's all about us. It's all about us.
Well, I'm telling you. And I guess that's the kind of thing that that's the kind of thing that sort of shows how wicked we are through and through, ill intentioned.
Yeah.
All that stuff is it may be laying dormant,
Right.
looking for a season or time to show itself,
Right.
but it's there.
Right.
But we've changed our position from the standpoint.
Yeah.
He's my God. I'm his people.
Yeah.
No more,
Mm.
no less.
Yeah.
And that when you think about it, that is so simple.
Mm-hmm.
But look at all the gyrations God has made that so.
Yeah.
They are my people. Those are mine.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy, what a God.
Yeah.
What a God.
Right.
And that never And see, I guess see there, and that's the to me that's the amazing part because when you think you got it,
Mm,
we can play another scenario for you.
yes. Right. I can shine the light. I can shine the light.
Yes, sir.
Can shine the light.
I can show you.
Let me expose you.
Yeah.
That's what people look at the Pharaoh situation like Pharaoh. No, this was God showing Pharaoh favor.
Right.
You think you're great, sir. You're not.
Right. And God protected Pharaoh from Pharaoh.
He did.
He protected him from himself.
Like you have
And
no idea what
right,
I could have done and unleashed on you.
right. Wow.
Yeah, we miss it. You're not so great. And that's the thing. That's the thing. We're in a world where society says, you should think highly of yourself, not lowly of yourself. But God says, no, you should think always of God and not of yourself.
And not of yourself.
That's the subtle difference. It's not
Yep.
saying don't think of yourself. No, no. Don't make yourself out to be something when you
Yeah.
nothing. And it's like, well, I don't want to walk around thinking that I'm nothing. Well, I'm sorry. You are nothing without God.
But that's the truth. That's the
You
truth that you need to
s-
walk in.
and this you got to clarify. You got to clarify for people that have mental health because this seems to be our mental health episode. You are nothing without God.
Oh,
You
right.
are not an entity of thine
Unto
own
yourself.
self. Because, see, this is what the enemy will try to make you out to be. He will try to make you out to be something of your own
Something of your
self.
own self. Yeah.
But then when you look at yourself in comparison to other people, you're like, well, man, I'm not greater than them. I'm not better than they are. They're not great either. We're all, and I say that, if we're here, that means we're all on the same level.
Devil. Yeah.
Mankind, man and one mankind. So we don't leave
Right.
out all of the people.
Mhm.
We're all on the same level.
Yeah.
And without God,
That.
we can do nothing and we are nothing.
On us.
And if
All
you
of us
don't,
combined together, still
are the
nothing.
same nothing.
It's like a parallel to there's none else.
It is the parallel to that. There is
None else.
none else. You were
There's
not
none else.
around, sir.
That includes us.
Right. We were not around when God was creating, watching him. Man, what is he over there doing now? No, we
Nope.
weren't. We were not. Yeah, we when the scripture says he he made all things in him and by him
Right.
and for
For
him,
him.
he was talking about Yeshua.
Yeah.
He was not talking about Corey.
Hey.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
Yeah, he talking about Yeshua.
I wasn't there, brother. Now he had me in mind,
Yes.
but I wasn't there. I did not witness it. I have no idea how he did it. Why he decided to give us two eyes and two ears and one nose and one mouth with two nostrils. I don't know. I have no clue.
Two jaws.
Right? Made our face the way it is and the skull and gave us an appearance, put hair in our
Yeah.
body. What did he put hair in our body for? He didn't give us coat us with fur like he did the animals. No,
Right.
he didn't. Why he make us different? No ideas. I wasn't there. He didn't consult with me like I was there for him to for have that conversation. These are the things that you got to get to the root of the matter of. I heard this dude saying this while I was even there, calling this other man God. Like we spew things out of these realms that we don't even have a clue of. Bro, you don't even know what you're saying. You have no idea. Like the enemy has warped your vision,
Mm-hmm.
calling some dude God. Like this dude is an entity of himself. This dude came from dirt, dog, just like you did. He's not a God, nor are you. You shouldn't even use those three letters in that word. You should flip it around, dog. Call him a dog. What up, dog? Flip it. Call this person a God. You don't know what a God is.
Mm-hmm.
Like to be in the presence of that foolishness amazes me how messed up we are.
Yep.
We just
That's
lose it.
the constant reminder. But
Lose
that's
it.
the constant reminder. It's how
Right.
messed up we are.
Right. Loosen
And
the tongue.
it doesn't lead to depression.
It does.
It doesn't lead to depression.
No.
We don't come out the other side feeling inadequate.
No. Because we think that's the remedy until God pulls back the wool on you, shows you that you're not a God, even lowercase g.
Right. By no stretch of nobody's imagination.
Right. Even though he called them gods, lowercase g, from Jesus's quote,
Right?
because we all descended from him. Yeah. But why even walk in that light? Jesus was just making a point to them. He's big case G. He's not lowercase g. His point was being referred to that. You shouldn't look at me as blaspheming, as referring to that. I'm referencing something. I'm not saying I'm a God all to myself, as you all try to do. But that just goes over our head too.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But yeah, you have to shift your focus. Otherwise, you're going to always look at yourself and realize doesn't add up. Look at all of the people that call themselves stars, or the people that folks call stars, or the people that we look at and call celebrities.
Hmm.
How often do they end up on top?
They end up as part of a list of who we lost this year.
Exactly. They all end up
On the
on
same
bottom.
list.
On bottom. They
Yeah.
all end on the bottom.
Yep.
Like you think about the actors and actresses that got older, that all was once was and no longer.
Right.
And then the ones that
Gone.
go out with a bang, and you realize they weren't invincible. They were just like the rest of humankind.
Mhm.
They weren't so great.
Nope.
They were all people. We're all on the same level. Stop comparing yourself to them. Like you would think it's like when you see like these game shows or these survival shows. You see how bad they have to go through what they going through on the show. Yet and still some kind of way you're convinced that if you go on there, that's not gonna happen to you.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen to you.
It's gonna
No,
be different if I get in there. No, it ain't. It's survival. You gonna have to go through the same stuff they have to go through. The lies, the deceit, being forced to do things that you don't want to do just so you can have your status, being crucified when you don't do well, losing your touch when you're
yeah.
the same as you've always ever been. And why do you want that life?
And they keep dangling that out there. I mean, dangling it more and more and more and more and more.
Right. It's just like drug dealers. And you know the last drug dealer that you looked up to got caught or got killed, and you think it's gonna be a different outing for you.
For you, yeah.
And their careers are very short. Like it sounds like it's long, but it's not. It's like an NBA career or a football career. They don't last long.
It don't last long.
20
It's
years in
really
that
that
game.
outrageous.
If you spend 20 years in that game and you end up in prison and out broke, that was not a long time. Unless you started when you was in your 60s.
Yeah.
If you start young, sir, you still gonna be young.
Yep.
When you get out of prison, you spent 20 years selling drugs. You went to prison for 20 years. You got out. You were 58 if you started at 18.
Yeah, you start again.
Exactly. Exactly.
And I wonder how many of them start again.
Right.
I'll
The
get it right this
majority.
time.
The majority of them.
I'll
Right.
get it right this time.
I ain't gonna slip up like I did that last time.
Right.
Yeah, I know how to work my way through that thing this time.
The deception of knowing, a deception of our knowledge
Right.
and our ability to execute.
Exactly. Makes me feel like I'm
We
greater than
never
what I
we
actually
never
am.
take into account that we let ourselves down.
Right.
That we let ourselves down at the optimum time.
Right. Right.
Almost made it.
Almost. Almost. But you're not so great.
Nope.
You're not
And
so great.
we play that one over and over and over.
Yeah.
We're gonna be great.
But in him, you should always want to be great in him. And him be great in you.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. And if that's the focus, you don't ever have to worry about being depressed. How could you be? How could you be, sir? Ma'am?
Right.
Mm, mm, mm.
No such animal.
Yeah.
I'll be and they'll be. And and this book it just keeps repeating itself.
Yeah.
I'll be and they'll be. I just flipped over to Matthew 5.
Mm-hmm.
Be wow.
I'll be their God and they'll be my people.
That's what it'll be. I'll be there and they'll be my people.
Mm.
Wow.